guys, let's get a little bit cozy for today. I'm just gonna tell stories and semi-update you with some of the things that I have been doing as if we are in a relationship. So please bear with me. This is a funny thing when I usually work. I always like multitasking. Like, I feel like it's a superpower. And I've been doing it way back before when I was just like freelancing. I'm designing and then at the same time watching the movie that I love or series that I love, which is good at first, but it's not gonna work because, it's not really gonna work, especially if you're watching Korean series. I was like, nope, I'm just gonna focus working and not watch anything. But I had this guilty pleasure of listening to podcasts. So I'm currently listening to the Black Tapes from the Pacific Northwest Stories. And it's within the production of the Rabbits and Tannis. And Rabbits is one of my favorite podcasts because of the way the storytelling goes. And I feel like I needed to buy the book. I really wanted to buy the book because the last season of the Rabbits is like a huge cliffhanger for me. Like, aren't there gonna be another episodes or a few series for it? So it's on Spotify and I'm currently watching the Black Tapes, which is under their production. So the Black Tapes is a docu-series of but supernatural, paranormal things, enigmatic subjects of mysterious bats and everything, hosted by Alex Regan. And I'm still on episode 3 and I think for me it's engaging for me. I don't know why. I just get curious with the story and how the story will unfold. And yeah, and speaking of supernatural, I'm also currently trying to finish this series. I think the last season that I finished was season 8 because I didn't have much of a time to watch it because I was so engaged with K-dramas, and at the same time the TV station that I'm watching that show suddenly was shut down here in the country. And then there's this thing with me about the series. I think it happens all the time. Like, I'm so engaged, I'm so into the hype of this certain series. For example, The Vampire Diaries, Gossip Girl, Riverdale. And I'm so into the peak of that excitement that in the middle or halfway through the season, I would start or stop. I would stop watching it. Like, forget about it. Let's start another series to watch and let's get hype about it. And I would also do that, experience it. And then if I don't feel like watching it anymore, I would stop watching it. And it happened to me also when I was watching The Sagrado Family starring Piolo Pascual. And I told myself that I'm gonna finish it. So last weekend while I was sewing some materials, I was like on 4 episodes. I just finished 4 episodes and I was like, let's watch Scooby-Doo. And I have this thing. I have this inner monologues with myself. Like, why am I doing it? Why? I relate it to my personality. I relate it to my characteristic. I relate it to my life. Like, this is just a little things, like watching. It doesn't really like much add up on something, but I just like to have this inner monologues with myself and have this argument with myself. Like, why am I doing this? And I wanted to dig deep down into the reasons and realizations that I feel like I needed to partake, or I needed to, have this standpoint on it. And then suddenly, because I was overthinking, I was overanalyzing, I was like, girl, you don't need to overanalyze things. Sometimes it's just meant to stop, or sometimes it's just meant to not finish. And sometimes it's not really part of your personality. But at the end of the day, you would still argue with yourself that no, there is still going on in this part of my life and I have to focus on it and reel it. But then again, next feelings. It just doesn't really have like the elongated emotional attachment to it. So anyways, that's how I deal with series nowadays. Like, I have to finish it, but at the end of the day, I just feel not on the hype or on the peak of finishing it. But I'm trying to finish it. Like, it's an obligation. I feel like it's an obligation. So yeah, and then I just recently finished watching Stranger Things, which is amazing. I finished it. Steve is my favorite, and I just cannot. And we were so ecstatic to find out that Will has powers. We know that Will, my siblings and I knew that Will has powers, but not to the extent with that kind of powers. Like, whoa, there. It's so amazing to see it finally unfold in the series. And then, what else did I do? So, speaking of Stranger Things, I also was into that peak where I started creating crafts or art materials or stickers for Stranger Things. Like, I'm always that on the peak level, and then I will just like slowly fade out after that because I have finally found something new again, and then, you know, on the peak of the thing. So anyways, speaking of stickers, so my printer just got toast, and this is like a little business for me, and everyone in our vicinity will ask me to print their thingies. And this time around, I don't have a printer, and we have to find print shops to access our designs. So my brother had this fair bazaar. He was a part of the bazaar this year, and this time around, he's gonna sell stickers. But last year, it was he was also in a bazaar last year, and the good thing about last year is that all of the products he sell had been sold. It like totally 100%, and we were both shocked that it was sold out. And this time around, he was kind of sad about going home, and it took him like more afternoon to evening, that he only sold like 2 stickers among the stickers that he have made. And when he and I are talking, it was like, why don't they next year? It's always like that. Like, let's just do it next year. You know, there's still time. Let's just start creating now, and then in next year we can, you know, finalize it, improve things, everything. And then we were like talking about, you know, that's how life is. That life will offer you a lot of winnings. Life will offer you winnings, and life will also offer you losings. At the end of the day, you always have to know where your balance is. It just gives you the highs and the lows of life. We're like talking about, this is a good thing about being an artist. This is a good thing about art. You enjoy doing it, but when it comes to monetizing it, it's either a hit or a miss. But it's also a good thing because you get to learn about the pros and the cons that you needed to build up your business. And you really have also to make a nameplate for yourself in the social media, in the art industry. So that's what we talked about. And there is this one time that we had a conversation about art. When the world is asleep, art is loud. There are moments in your life, maybe in your life, that you feel something, or maybe down or happy, and then you see a certain art piece coming out from nowhere. You kind of liked or disliked something because it kind of resonated to you. The line, the design, and the colors, everything that encompasses that art piece, that it made you feel something. So I think that's how beautiful art is. You know, art is hard, but it's beautiful and fun. So I think that's one thing that I liked about art, and I love about art. There's also this one thing. I am watching the series, right? And it talks about time travels. I am always in awe when it comes to time traveling. It's something for me that if I would ever be a part of a series or a movie or something, I would like to be a time traveler. It's not because I want to go back in time and recreate the time or change the time, because you can never change time. If you change time, it creates a different timeline. And when you create a different timeline, it's not actually you already. It's a different personality, a different person. It's not you. So I'm watching this one, and I kind of feel like when the time traveler dies, that's a time where the person who knows the time traveler or had a relationship with the time traveler regrets about so many things that they hope or they wish that they did this with him or her, that. And the funny thing about it is that time travelers are a human form of time. Yes, they are human, but basically they are time. That is how we know that time shouldn't be taken for granted. Not because we have all the time in the world, not because we know that it's coming, that we just take it for granted. We just leave it there because we still have a lot of time. I cannot get back to the 15 minutes or 10 minutes I was talking because time already passed. And I think that's how the time travelers are created, to let you realize that time is inevitable. Do what it takes to enjoy the things that is in front of you, rather than to regret the things you haven't done because you're busy with so many things and so many things like that, with so many things. But of course, at the end of the day, we are human. We cannot control time. But at the end of the day, it's that to enjoy the little things that we are supposed to enjoy, to not live with those regrets. And I think that's how beautiful time travelers are in the stories that they are in. So yeah, and I think that will be all for today's episode of me yapping the things that I would like to share to you, because of the things that I feel like I have to update you guys, just like I said, as if we are in a relationship, that I miss you and I hope you miss me too, something like that. Well, anyways, thank you so much guys for staying with me all throughout this minutes, and I know that I could not take back that time anymore, but thank you for listening to this cozy yapping session. So I think we have a new series or playlist for my vlog, Cozy Yapping. So yeah, thank you so much guys. I hope your dreams would come true, and so as my dreams would come true, and whatever it takes, I really hope that you guys are safe. So yes, Spice.